miss a video again, be sure to hit this little bell right here to subscribe to my updates. Hey guys, so I'm back with another homeschooling chatting video. I haven't really talked much about homeschooling in a while, so I have a topic that I wanted to talk about today specifically. How many of you homeschoolers have ever felt like giving up? Like actually giving up homeschooling because the stress was there, it was too burdensome, you feel like you're failing your kids, don't have the money, whatever the issue is, depression, I don't know. If you guys ever felt like you just wanted to kind of just give it up for whatever reason, I have felt that way many a time recently, many times, because you guys know from all my previous videos of me talking a lot about homeschooling and how I love it and how I really wish to remain with it, and certain things I want to do, certain things I want my children to have and do and be able to do. I've talked a lot about that, so you guys know I'm very passionate about homeschooling, very passionate about, self-teaching, pretty much. But in recent months, I've been really considering giving up homeschooling, and it has nothing to do with how the kids are acting. It really has nothing to do with the kids themselves. They are not the cause of this. They didn't do anything to cause this. It's just how my life has gone and is going right now. There are several reasons why I've considered giving up homeschooling. Number one, the main reason is money. Of course, money is the main reason why most black people don't homeschool in the first place, because a lot of times we just don't have the money. And as you've seen, a little bit, if you've been keeping up with me at all, if you've probably seen it on Instagram or on our family vlog channel, that we've had some issues with our apartment, the landlord shutting down the entire complex without giving us proper notice and all of that. So we haven't been there in a while. We haven't been at our apartment, so we've just been kind of floating in the air for the last few months. Life has not been fun, and homeschooling has been really on the back burner. And it's not just that. It's not just the fact that, okay, we're in this little rut right now that we did not cause that's making me consider homeschooling. I've been thinking about this for a while. I'm not saying I am going to stop. I'm just saying the things that go through my mind that make me want to consider not homeschooling anymore. Like I said, money. That's the main one. Number two. Oh wait, I'm finished elaborating. Money as in, thinking maybe I should go back to work. Sometimes I really feel like I should go back to work. I had a part-time job at some point. I think, was it last year? Was it 2015? I think it was 2015. I forgot. But I had a part-time job then. I stayed there for 6 months. And then I got pregnant and left. And then we started, trying to make some other plans. So we started making new plans, so I didn't stay there. But, sometimes I just feel like maybe I should just go back to work to help bring in more money. But in order for us to even feel it financially, I would have to work full-time. And that's not feasible right now. If I worked full-time, I would have to put the kids in daycare and school. And the thing that intimidates me from doing that is the amount of work that me and my husband would have to go through in order to put them in daycare and school. Because we have 5 kids, they're all different ages. They're all going to have to be enrolled, like I said, in daycare and school. Kayana's going to be in 1 class. Samari, she's going to be 5. Actually, no, she'll be in kindergarten. Coming up kindergarten, she got to be enrolled there. Jelani, he's 3. He's going to go in daycare in another class. Jam, he's gonna be in whatever grade, 1st grade. It's right on in 2nd or 3rd, the upcoming school year. And that's a lot of work to have to enroll them in school. That's a lot to go through. Plus, not to mention shots. registrations, parent-teacher meetings, all of that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, just the thought of that discourages me. I mean, of course you gotta do what you gotta do if you have no choice. But I'm just saying the main gist of it. When I really think about what could possibly happen during that amount of chaos, I changed my mind completely about stopping homeschooling, because that's a lot of work. You know, we're gonna have to take the kids to and from where they need to go. If there's no bus to take them there, we're gonna have to drive them. We have to find some way to get them to where they need to go before they go to work. And like I said, the work involved in that is sometimes not worth it to me. You know, not even for any amount of money. We'll just have to figure out something else. But besides the money portion, number two, another reason why I was considering giving up on homeschooling is because of the lonely factor. Now, I'm not just talking about the kids being lonely. I'm not just talking about, okay, the kids need social interaction and all that, because they don't really complain about that. They have each other and they're okay for right now. I mean, yeah, of course, anybody wants their kids to interact with other people. But, you know, they still do every now and then. But it's mostly me. I'm the one not getting adult interaction, if you know what I mean. I'm the one that I don't really have any friends. My family, they're busy. They're either busy or not supportive or both. I don't have anybody really around to talk to. I have no female friends, no male friends, but I don't want any male friends, but y'all know what I mean. I don't have any female friends. I have no woman to talk to. I don't really know anyone, really. I don't get out of the house too much. You know, I don't really have a chance to get out of the house much. There are groups I want to join and go to, but when you have young kids, you can't just skip out of the house like that. You can't. I mean, yeah, hubby comes home from work sometimes, and yeah, I'll have the free reign to go out. I'll just go, you know, if we don't have a vehicle, I could just walk to the bus. The bus isn't too far, but by the time I do that, I mean, by the time it happens, it's late in the day and I don't feel like it, or it's just late in the day and I'm tired. You know, there's a lot of things that come with just being home all day with babies, and like I said, you can't always just skip out when you want to. But yeah, that's the other main factor of why I wanted to quit. It's the lonely one. Those are the two biggest reasons, actually. The money and, you know, just being lonely. And I've always been a lonely person. I've always been this way for a while because of how my life is going. So I'm used to not having friends. I'm used to not having too much adult interaction. It's a wonder I even survived this far, this long rather, in the marriage without really knowing anyone. I mean, yeah, I have a lot of online friends. I have a ton of online friends. I have online friends, a bunch of ladies that I talk to every now and then, but they're just that. They're online friends. I can't meet them. I can't do anything else with them. I can't go to events with them, because they're far away. Most of them are in other states, like way far. I don't have any friends that are like literally in Georgia where I am. I mean, I have one friend who's actually in Georgia, but she's in Augusta, Georgia. I'm not in Augusta. I'm nowhere near Augusta. So there you go. But like I said, it's, you know, I get overwhelmed. Homeschooling is not easy. It's not as easy as it looks. You can get overwhelmed. You can easily think about what you'd rather be doing. You can easily backtrack your mind and say, okay, you know what, maybe I should put the kids in school. Maybe I'm doing more harm to them than good. You know, maybe me keeping them home is not doing any good for them. Maybe you start having all these doubts, replaying in your mind for a while, because it's like, okay, I'm in this situation, I can't homeschool them, but they still need to learn. You know, what if this repeatedly happens to me and they fall behind in their education? And you're constantly thinking that you're failing your child. But in reality, you're not failing your child. Your child doesn't need to be on a certain schedule in order to learn. That's what school teaches you. Traditional school teaches you that you must be on a certain grade level by a certain age, or certain level at a certain grade. But in reality, your child is not really falling behind unless you know your child's behind. Like, you have a 7-year-old who barely knows the alphabet. now that's behind. That's really, really behind. You need to really, really do something and fast. You have a 10-year-old who can't really add or subtract, and they can't read either. Your child really needs help. Seriously. But the doubts, the doubts. I mean, this is just part of homeschooling. Homeschooling has a lot of doubts. You have those days you just want to break down and cry from loneliness. You're going to break down and cry because kids are getting on your nerves. You want to break down and cry because the kids are not learning the way you want them to, or they're just not getting something, or they have an attitude, or whatever the case is. It can be a struggle. And when you go through rough situations like this that involve finances, you kind of second guess your decisions, if you know what I mean. So I'm just curious on if either one of you have been in this position. Any of you homeschoolers, have you ever been in this position where you second guessed yourself? Or you thought about going back to work because you're lonely, or just because you just simply need more money, something. Yeah. Let me know in the comments so we can discuss it. So, yeah. That's pretty much all I want to talk about tonight. It is late, and I just felt like talking about homeschooling because I was watching homeschooling videos a lot today, and trying to plan some things for the kids, even though we're in a rough situation right now. But I've been trying to just give them something to learn anyway. So yeah, I just felt like talking about this. Like I said, leave your comments down below. We'll talk about it. Like, share, subscribe, all of that. Share with other homeschooling moms, other black homeschooling moms who are struggling. And, let's interact, let's talk, let's do some stuff, I'll be back making more homeschool videos. I'll be back on making those more soon, more chatting videos like this soon, so don't worry. I'm not just going to be doing just hair, because this channel is about hair, health, and homeschooling. So all 3 topics will be discussed, as they used to be. So, that's all for now, guys. Peace out till later.